Hey guys, it's Holly, and I don't normally film like vlogs because my life's really boring, and I'm usually like really awkward at talking like without something to talk about. But today something really interesting and kind of scary and kind of awesome happened, so I wanted to tell you guys about it. I have been trying to be more active because all I do is just sit in here all day and film and edit and film and edit, and I'm like not very active and I need to lose weight and blah blah blah. So yesterday I decided to go on a walk in my neighborhood. So I took my house key off of my big, because I have a lot of keys and like just it's heavy, and I didn't want to carry my purse with me while I'm walking. So I took the house key off of my keys, put it in my sweater pocket, went on my walk, came home, put the key back on my keys, and then I forgot to put my key in my purse. And the way that our front door is I can lock the front door from the inside and then close it, and then it'll be locked, and then I don't have to take my keys out, and it's really convenient. Except for I did that, and then I got to my car and realized I didn't have my keys, and I locked myself out of my house, and I was like, crap. Because my husband's at work, and he can't really, like, come and help me get out. How do people vlog? I can't even hold my phone up. Oh my gosh, my arm's so weak. Like, seriously, this is, like, hurting my arm. Am I that, like, pitiful? Oh my gosh. Okay, there, I put you on tripod. So, I was locked out of my house, and I didn't know what to do. So, I tried to climb over the fence. I, like, took our little, like, dumpster for the recycling, and I, like, wheeled it over to the side of the fence that's a little bit lower, and I was, like, trying to climb on top of it, and I was, like, really just, like, I'm gonna break my leg or something. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was, like, this is not going to work. So the way our backyard is that we have like this cement wall, and it's not very tall. So I thought maybe if I go over to the neighbor's house, I can climb it and get into my backyard. So I went to my neighbor's house, which this is like the first time I'm talking to them because I always say I'm going to get to know my neighbors, and then I never do because I'm scared of social situations. Ha! So I knocked on her door and I was like, hey, I'm really sorry, but I'm locked out of my house. Can I like climb over your fence or something? And she was like, you can try. And so she took me back to her backyard, and like I realized that the wall did look really high from her side. It doesn't look that high from my side, so I don't know if like the ground is like different levels or something, or I just am stupid. I should probably explain what my house is like. So I live in San Diego, which is very like hilly and mountainy. So our backyard is right up on a canyon. So like this is our house, and we have this like patio out here, and then it just like is like this. So we have like a patio that juts out over this like sloping canyon thing. So their backyard goes down further. So like we have a patio, and then they have like a garden that goes like down, and then they have a fence. So basically she was like, well, you can climb over this part and then climb over another fence. So I'm just going to show you because it doesn't really make sense to explain it. Okay, so this is our backyard. That is our patio deck thing, and then it just goes downhill. And then this is the neighbor's yard. This is their middle fence. So she told me, so literally right here is where I climbed over the fence. She brought a chair and she helped me, and then she like pushed me over. So I literally jumped over right here, and I landed in these plants. And I don't know what these plants are. They're like aloe vera-ish. They're not pointy, but they're like kind of rubbery, like full of liquid. So I jumped over that, and I fell, and then I started sliding, and I was like, crap, because do you see? This is all cactus. So if I had kept sliding, I would have gone straight into a giant thing of cactus. So I jumped over, I slid down. I mean, I only slid down like a few feet, but I caught myself, and I was like, crap. And it was terrifying. And then I had to crawl all the way up here. And then I climbed over this little fence, because this fence is only like 3 feet tall. But it was so terrifying, and I thought I was gonna die and fall into the cactus pile. So yeah, so the neighbor lady was really nice, and she held this like plastic chair for me so I could like climb over it, and she even was like, do you need a push? And I was like, I guess. So she kind of like shoved me over, and I just fell into those plants, and then I just started sliding, and then she was like, that's the canyon for you. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I climbed over the other fence, and she was like, she said something about, oh yeah, I've done it before. And I was like, what? Are you climbing into our yard all the time? Or like she had gotten locked out and came over here when we weren't living here to climb over it? I don't know. But she was like older. I mean, she probably was like 40s, 50s. And I was like, when were you doing this? Because I was like out of breath. And maybe I'm just really out of shape. Probably that. But it was kind of terrifying. I didn't get hurt. I was completely fine. I just slid in the plants, and it was kind of scary because there was all those cactuses down there. So, yes. That is my fun story about how I, like, almost died and fell into a pile of cactuses. So, yeah. Also, I'm wearing my Pikachu Christmas shirt, and I literally have only been wearing it for a few hours, and I went to, like, the post office in the store, and I got, like, 4 compliments on it, so that's always really nice. Don't you just love when you wear things and people compliment you? That's why I always think that if you're out and you see something that you like on somebody, you should always say that you like it, because it makes them feel really good. And I like spreading that positivity, so hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!